All right, today's theme is going to be breathe. So a lot of people don't realize that there are actually 8 limbs or components of a yoga practice. And most people just know that asana or the physical practice is what they know to be yoga. But one of the components is called pranayama, which is breath work, and it is our direct access to our nervous system. So even if you don't have time to move your body, if you can move your breath for just a few minutes a day, then you're practicing yoga and you're doing your physiology and your nervous system good. So what we're going to do is just a simple breathing practice today. We're going to sit in a comfortable position. So I'm just sitting crisscross applesauce. But if you notice, if you're seated on the ground and your knees are much higher than your hips or your pelvis, you might want to sit on a blanket or a block or even a chair, so that you want to make sure that your knees aren't higher than your hips. So sitting up nice and tall, spine is long, and the cervical spine, which is the back of the neck, is lined up with the rest of the spine. You want to take the shoulders up, back, and down, and get what's called a tall, comfortable spine. So not working too hard, but not slumped over. So sitting up, and sometimes it's helpful for people to envision like a rope or a cord, the top of their head pulling them towards the ceiling. Let's see if I can get the dog to settle, because usually when I start to do a breathing practice, he usually starts to breathe with me. So we'll see if that works. So resting the hands comfortably on the knees, inhaling and exhaling just at the regular rate that you breathe, not trying to force or do anything in any particular way yet. And just paying attention to where you feel the breath. Are you noticing it in the belly, the nostrils, the chest, or the throat? And so we're going to just do 3 rounds of a breathing practice. It's called 3-part breath. It's a very basic breathing practice. And the reason why it's so effective is that we're going to inhale and exhale ideally through the nose, and we're going to exhale longer than the inhale. And that's the key component here, is we're tapping into that rest or digest part of our nervous system that helps bring everything back down to a state of calm or balance. And so as you inhale through the nose, I want you to think about bringing the breath into the belly, expanding it like it's a beach ball, and then expanding the ribs to the sides of the room, and then fully inflating the chest. So many times we just breathe very short, shallow chest breaths. So I want you to consider really recruiting the lower lobes of your lungs and expanding. And then on the exhale, all the way back down, at least 1 count longer. So here we go. We're going to inhale, belly, ribs, chest, fully inflating the lungs, and then exhaling all the way back down. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, and then exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, expanding the belly, ribs, fully inflating the lower lobes of the lungs, sipping in a little bit more air if you can. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try that 2 times on your own, maybe lengthening the inhale and the exhale. And continuing on with this breathing practice for as long as you'd like. Just knowing that whenever you feel like you need to recover, or if your nervous system has been activated, or if you just want to take a break in between meetings or in between different things in your day, that your breath is the number one thing that you always have access to, and it is a direct link to that nervous system. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.